Well, hello, welcome back to a brand new episode of DUD or SPUD. I'm Maniacal Mac. Today's movie we're going for came out in 1996 and it's called Uncle Sam. I'd like to give a shout out to Not PNG for recommending this movie. This is one I was eventually going to get around to, but since you recommended it, it got straight to the top of the queue, you know what I mean? So thanks for that. The idea of this one, it says, a Desert Storm vet who was killed in combat rises from the grave on the 4th of July to kill unpatriotic citizens of his hometown after some teens burn an American flag over his burial site. To be honest, if you're going to do a horror film about Uncle Sam, I think that's pretty much a perfect way to go about it, isn't it? Just, he raises up and he's like, you're unpatriotic, and he's going to kill him and that. It is labelled as a comedy horror, and when it's like, I didn't see it when it came out at the time, but I did see it a few years after it came out, so we're talking, you know, late 90s, early 2000s, you know what I mean? So it's been a long time since I've seen it. I remember how the guy looks, and I think he's got a couple of quips, one-liners. I don't remember anything. I don't remember the single kill. I don't remember how it ends. I don't even remember how it starts. All I remembered is him a bit, and I think at the time it was alright, and I think I enjoyed it. My humour hasn't changed too much, so hopefully, you know, it might be a good one, but we'll see. If you've seen this film, let me know what you thought of it after my reaction and then my review at the end. Do you agree with me? Otherwise, let's say no more and get on to Uncle Sam from 1996. Nice one, Not JPEG, for the recommendation.
Anybody by their tags?
Fucking hell, this guy's either incredibly hungover or smokes 400 cigarettes a day, or both. Ah, so they found one of the guys who crashed an helicopter and he's all burnt up. Ah, look at this. So he's not dead, he just snapped his neck.
What?
So this is supposed to be his own teammates as well, like. And they were talking about, why did he get shot down in friendly fire?
It's only friendly fire.
Yeah, there you go. So he's possessed or something?
Not quite.
And he's gone back to being dead. So was he possessed, or would he just lose his mind and kind of turned on his own teammates?
My brother.
You want to talk about Daddy?
So Uncle Sam, the killer, is this woman's brother. And now she's talking about it with a kid. The kid's like, I liked him, but you didn't, did you? They saying the guy who died is her husband. I'm sure this is the same woman in the scene before with the kid who was talking about uncle. What was going on here? She's the only surviving member of the troop. I don't think he's in a crash. I just think they all died and he's the only one who didn't go or some shit. But he's like, why do you let me survive on that? He's going to become one of our heroes to fight Uncle Sam, right?
You can call me Mystic Mac because I predict these things.
You look drained. What's the matter?
Alright, so they're sisters. So that comment I made earlier about going, oh, I thought it was his uncle. Like, obviously, like, they are sisters. I'm not saying all white women look the same. Mad that I can actually say that without any consequences. Mad, isn't it? But they all think the same, don't they? Yeah. Well, can I say that without any consequences, though? What a world we live in.
Assault unit. When he got wounded down in Panama.
I love that, right? They're in middle of class and he goes, sir, my uncle's found dead, kind of thing. He's like, oh, sure, kind of thing. I used to teach him as well. So this guy's doing pretty good for his age. He taught his uncle when he was a kid as well, and he was teaching then. How old was this guy? 14 when he started teaching kids. Whatever, won't go into that. But yeah, he goes, I've got his medals, bricks up, like, it looks like a fucking ammo box. I'd be like, alright, 96, so we're in his common, but it's like school, weaponry, just don't even go there. It's madness. But yeah, he pulls out, he's like, pulling out his medals. Well, funny be, he's like, here's a fucking grenade. It's like, oh, shit. That would actually be funny, but...
Those who... go off.
Sam said you guys were cowards.
My Uncle Sam said you guys were cowards?
Please. Just take it.
That's why, he's unpatriotic, isn't he? So he's like...
I didn't say you were.
The kid's like, I didn't say it.
I just said that's what he said.
I just said what he said, like, you know what I mean? Yeah. As a kid, I didn't judge you, but this military guy who's been through shit judged you. Shit.
Is that alright if I touch it?
It's right if I touch his corpse. What the fuck?
Your uncle suffered a great deal, son.
How come I can't see my uncle's fucking mutilated, burned corpse? Well, you know, probably not good for trauma.
Well, duh.
The only one around here who ever did anything important.
Ah! That kid literally goes, he's the only one who ever did anything important, and mother's like, oh,
I bet you can't wait.
shit, this kid's like, I don't know, how old's he in this? About 12? Something like that? Probably a bit younger, but he's already telling his mum off, like, you know, you ain't doing fuck all, like, you know what I mean?
If you need anything,
If you need anything, you know, while you're vulnerable and all, like, you know what I mean?
This is the definition of creepy.
It's not something to play with.
Yeah, don't play with corpses. I wasn't playing. I'm seriously wanting to get to this corpse. That's even more concerning. So look at this. That's like not burns. That's like... And he's moving a bit.
yeah,
He was moving a little bit. I thought he gets risen after people burn the flag or something. Was that meant to be in there? I don't know, but... Why is he turned into like Halloween prop hands? If you're burnt, you don't look like a demon, right?
good.
Oh, thank you. That's just terrific.
Ah! What the fuck? He's like, oh.
Just make a plate and take it upstairs.
No, you cannot. Now sit down and eat your dinner.
Like, I get this kid, like, you know what I mean? You could technically say it's rude, like, you know, his mum's brought a guy over, join us for the family meal, but at that age, and in 1996 they existed, I would have been like,
upheld every one of our
I've got a fucking, like, Mega Drive Master System upstairs, like, you know what I mean? What the fuck? Like, I'd be like, to be honest, kid, crack on, like, you know what I mean? But, there you go.
You cheated them?
The kid's like, what, you cheated your way into your job? This kid's smart as shit and he calls everyone out. This kid is so based to, like, respect so far, I guess.
Respect.
Yeah. This guy's like, do you want to come join me, be Abraham Lincoln? The girl's like, whatever. Like, I bought the costume. This kid, who's like 12, he's got a mind frame of like a fucking 48-year-old guy. You think that's going to convince him? He's like,
Turn off the TV by 9 o'clock, okay?
fuck off, pedo.
Pedo!
What?
Pedo!
I'm not a pedo, and if I was, you'd be safe, you tubby little ginger cunt.
Not now, Ralph, please. Come on. There's a dead body in the house.
Ah! Fair enough. Okay, so when I said earlier he's got the mind frame of a 48-year-old, he is, you know, he's a kid, but like, I mean, he's so ahead of his time. It's like, I think, like, the film didn't mention it, but, like, part of, like, the soul of the guy's gone in him, because he's just so jaded and shit. He's too jaded for his age, put it that way, like. No matter what you say, all kids in the 90s had a morbid curiosity about death and shit like that. He just fucking did, like, you know what I mean? But this kid's, like, really wants to see it. Right, so, why is he moved? So he is alive, or... What? Like, that's clearly a demon of some form. How is that supposed to be a burnt person?
Bullshit.
He's like supposed to like to see, has he got like a false leg or something? Because the kid's staring. He's like, don't stare. He's like, no, the kid's curious. Go on, I guess you want to see it. Has he got like a fake leg or something? Because this kid's basically me as a kid. I'd be like, what, you got a fake leg? Let's see that. Like, well, take it off. Go on. You know what I mean? I still would now. Do you know what, right? Call me more. I am morbid. I am. If I was this dude and had a fake leg, right? I'd go up to any UFC fighter, right? And I'd be like, bet you $1,000 that if you leg kick me, it won't hurt me. And they're like, mate, I'm a UFC fighter. And they're like, yeah, that's why I'm betting 500 quid. And they're looking around, going, get the cameras on this one, buddy. I'm like, probably not a good idea, but go on. Yeah, you can imagine that. Anderson Silva, leg snap. And then you're like, oh shit, I just fucked his career up. Bad idea. I'll take that back. Maybe not to UFC fighters because they got something to lip over, you know, like maybe like, you know, random like people who are around like, oh, I'm fucking solid, I am. Kick me in the leg then, fucker. Like snap their leg off and be like, ah, and like, I would. Like, don't tell me you wouldn't. That's like, you know when you get opportunities and you just have to take them even when you know it's bad. Like, it's one of them moments, isn't it?
Ah, go on.
He's telling that kid straight, like I was saying this kid's based and all that, but then he's like the extra wise guy going, Don't go down that route, son. So, like, yeah, this guy is the wisest one, but, you know, it's kind of boring film, innit, if you just don't do nothing. So I'm with the kid. You know, fucking...
Rich Arabs rich.
Chaos. Yeah. Talking of,
Why don't you just...
coming up to 40 minutes in the film. I've had moments to comment and joke about with the kid, which is quite funny, but I thought he's going to get into a lot quicker, you know what I mean? I mean, his eyes are moving and shit, and he's supposed to still be dead. There's been, like... You know, are they, like, assuming that he's starting to come alive? But they say he only comes alive because he gets pissed off on... And someone just done a SWAT sticker on a gravestone. Okay, so... You're not going to feel sorry for these characters, and they're going to get what they deserve by the looks of it. So is his grave still open? Because it was just a shot and it was an open grave. Look! Like, when you have a funeral... Like, yeah, his grave's open.
What?
So this happened before he gets buried, and that's what cursed the grave? Now he's alive, but he's not in the grave, look. So they're just randomly burning... So you're telling me... They say, like, they burn the flag, but they said in the description it's at his grave site, but he's not buried yet. So at any point someone burnt the flag, which would have happened numerous of times, he could have been resurrected. Why now? When he's not even in the grave?
I don't know.
The kid's even got a skateboard, like, you know what I mean? Like, extra plus fucking level up. Nah, look at this. So they didn't show him put the suit on. Like, they just cut to this. They didn't have a scene where he found a suit, put it on, he's just in it. That's 100% a deleted scene, because you need to say, like, where did he get the suit? Why is he wearing a mask and all that now?
But wait!
So is he wearing stilts, or is his legs just grown that big? Like some kind of Japanese creature. And also, right under his mask, it doesn't look burnt. Right, it's not him, it's someone just perving. Fair enough, fair enough. I mean, why would you perv dressed like that? It's so obvious. You're like, why is Slender Man perving in someone's window? Yeah, you pervert. Look at this. This is what he does, going around perving on people. You're supposed to hide in bushes, be incognito. This guy wants to be caught. So take what I said back about how's he find the costume. He's going to kill this guy, and this is where he's going to get it then, I guess.
Stop following me.
Yeah, stop following me. He's just in a park. Keep in mind, like, it's only a small park with, like, loads of houses and streets around, and he's going to murder him, I'm guessing, in it. He just headbutted a tree, okay?
Pathetic.
I mean, why lie there? Like, I know you got your things attached, but you could, like, kind of go down and start detaching them, right? Or at least trying, instead of just laying there and going, oh no. And this isn't an Italian horror film, that's what's mad. Choppy choppage! Go on. I hope you got an eyeful. Was that him cutting at his eyes or stabbing at his eyes? Oh, I'm glad he'd done this and he's cut the legs. So I was going to say, he's taken his suit. But if you fucking tell me that the legs are that long, all of a sudden go normal, right? They've explained that at least, alright, fine. But they cut away from a death scene. The first death scene?
A fucking embarrassment.
Ah, he's spraying this guy now in the face. So he sprayed him with red paint and now it's blue. How does that work?
I don't know.
Ah, he fell apparently and snapped his leg or something, alright. This guy's solid. If I saw that, I'd be like, oh fuck, oh no, fuck. He's just like... Oh, well, good thing it's a fucking plastic prop, isn't it? Also, that hole's got a ramp on it. I don't think that's how you're supposed to dig graves. It's supposed to be 6 foot deep and no, like, ramp, right? So, he's burying him alive while his friend's a few meters away. She went, I'm taking a piss. And they're literally just down there. He's had time to spray paint him, make him fall, snap his leg, pass out, come back up, scream, get buried slowly. Where are his friends?
What the fuck?
So, I don't know, man. Maybe we better go back and look for him. Nope.
better go back and check it. Like, then 2 meters away where we couldn't hear him scream, man. So I'm gonna go back on my own while you just go. I mean, the grave is supposed to be flat on the surface. It's like just a huge mould of things, so they only dug it like about a foot deep anyway. So whoever done that job needs to be fired. And now he's attaching this guy to the pole. Okay. They need to really up the killing thing and shit on here, because so far it's been lame. Killing wise.
A few moments later.
It's quite funny though, so he's hanging him like a flag, alright. With Wallace slashing his neck, cool. Like, this don't have to be that gory, it's just quite an inventive and funny kill, quite frankly, you know? So they're in the middle of school, he talks to the kid and goes, oh, where's a hatchet? He goes, I don't know, probably still in the class. So middle of the daytime, in a busy school, is he going to start killing people and no one's going to see it and freak out? I wonder.
Bet your ass.
Mr. Crandall went back to get the axe.
Oh, right, so it literally just cut to this. Well, at least there's some kind of, like, kill. Didn't bother showing the actual... But there we go. At least it was something, no? There's no an actual working cannon. Are you telling me you got a working cannon on a fucking school campus? Because if that fires blanks, fair enough. But I got a feeling that's going to come into play. And if so... The fuck? So this kid, right, he's got a little bit of, like, you know, a burn on the side, and a woman goes, see what happens when you play with fireworks? Why is he in a wheelchair?
I don't know.
This kid's like, let me hang around with you and you can... I get he could be deaf maybe from the fireworks and it burns, but again...
Like what?
Wheelchair, I don't know. But this kid's cool as fuck. Not only is he based, he actually goes up to him and he goes, mate, let's hang around.
Respect.
His friends did this to him.
Nah, the mother's like, his friends did this to him, that's why he can't have friends. And the dad's like, come on, let him fucking have a friend, like, you know what I mean? This is a comedy horror and not a real-life documentary? Well, okay. Talking of, right? When the guy was in the suit, blatant tone switch, right? Because the kid's been quite based and there's been the odd little funny thing. But overall, it was like, you got to pass this off as like a drama kind of like a kid, like, you know, coming to terms with his own, not coming to terms, like just his own beliefs and that shit. Like, and it could not have been a horror. Fine, whatever. But then as soon as the guy was perving on a woman, there was a tone switch, like, shit, this meant to be a comedy horror, mate. We're over halfway through. Where's the comedy? Oh, let's make it a bit more intentional, eh?
Well, Rick, please.
What? What the fuck was that? It quickly showed him, like giving someone a high five. So that was the thing. So he's obviously killed the school teacher. No one's mentioned that, and this is just carried on. He hit the body, I guess, but he's just killing people in broad daylight now, and no one's noticing. So he just mocked the whole anthem, and he saw it. He's like, right, well, you're next, then.
Who is it?
Why is this happening? And why is no one saying, like, why are you fucking rubbing my kid's face up?
Do what you want me to.
What the fuck? Even in darkness, you can see me better than those of ice. So I'm guessing, even though he's blatantly there in person, he can randomly transport to blind people. What? Because look, there he is. Everyone can see him. So what's he on about, like, because you're blind, you can see me better than people who can't? He can't see him because he's blind, and everyone who's got eyes can see him. Look. What the fuck was that? What? Guys, like, why the fuck are you wearing a Halloween costume and then a Halloween mask over your Halloween costume?
I'm alright.
What? He didn't say nothing. He's like, are you alright? He didn't say nothing. Anyway, on that note as well, I get the film's Uncle Sam, you want a theme, but when he's not wearing the Uncle Sam costume, it looks like, well, it is, there's no looks like, there's more production value to that, which I get why they make him use the Uncle Sam, because it saves on more shots of him being fully done, but it's like, weirdly, it's Uncle Sam, you'd be like, oh, look like Uncle Sam. He looks better when he's not like Uncle Sam in a film called Uncle Sam. That's a bit weird. Oh, please go into road rash and start smashing each other up. No? No? Someone's got to do it. Come on, no? Oh, lame.
Pathetic.
No!
Oh shit, he took my advice. He's like, fuck hopping. He's just running, just road rashing everyone. Yes. Alright, this guy needs to have come in the film a lot earlier. Is that a teacher he just knocked down? And he kicked him. He tried to go off trail. He tried to Mario Kart and fucked up. Don't worry, buddy. You'll just recover back on the fucking track. Now you'll be fine. And conveniently he falls down there where he's on his own. Alright, what's going to happen here? He's just waiting there. Alright. That's actually a good shot. He went from there and then the next he's just there. Fair play. Obviously you had more than one, but... Oh, we cut his head off like that. We cut his rabbit head off. Okay.
Well, then who is it?
Everybody get lots of munchies? Yay!
I don't know.
Good day. Yes.
Come on, Louise. No one's paying any attention to us.
Let's get some ice cream.
So he puts his arm around her, right? And she goes, please don't put your arm around me. And he goes, what's the deal? Everyone knows we're seeing each other. And it's like, it's not them I'm worried about. So I suppose she's implying the kid. But it's like...
High school.
If everyone in the town knows, that's worse you haven't told the kid. Because then at school, they're like, oh, your mum's fucking a cop. You're like, what? What are you on about? Like, no? You know, you can't do worse for your kid. Just be honest with your kid if you're going to have a relationship with someone. Just saying, you know what I mean?
Death and destruction.
Right, so he just stole he stole the little pea shooter rifle off him and he didn't say nothing. So unless you stab someone with that, what are you going to do? So he's just been killed with a pea shooter gun, apparently. Look at that. Right.
Go off, boy.
He was a crook.
The kid's like, I know why he's dead. He's a crook. In a weird way, all these murders you can pin on the kid, because I think everyone who's died, the kid had an issue with as well. So it's kind of like, are you a little psychopathic fuck? Is that what the twist is going to be? Because weirdly, it'd be like... What, you want me to believe there's some fucking demon who's raised from the grave in an Uncle Sam outfit? We're blaming it on the kid, Sonny Jim. Easy paperwork, court case done.
Afraid of him. Especially me.
She's like, oh, Jody, your Uncle Sam wanted everyone to be afraid of him, especially me. And now she's like, oh, like, he was a bad person, like, you weren't nice to me. And the kid's like, I don't believe you, why'd you make that up? The sad thing is, right, in this film, like, in this instance, is, yeah, you know, he fucking went mad, and that was why the friendly fire happened. He turned on everyone, he was clearly a mad guy. But...
Louise, I'm sorry.
Anyway, from, well, it's been for time, but let's be honest, in the more recent years now, it's like... Oh, a single mother with a kid, and they're like, your dad's a fucking piece of shit, fucking blah, 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 blah. And the kid's like, why? He's always been nice and respectful to me. You find out the father's done fucking nothing wrong, you know what I mean? He's fucking going out of his way to do it and do what the woman's fucking saying. They believe him, and then as time goes on, you find out, oh, wait, then none of it was fucking true, like, you know what I mean? So, it's supposed to be a comedy horror. This, again, this is like documentary. It's sad. If it told the future.
Death and destruction.
But also, all the jokes aside, it explains why the woman's very shy with the guy and don't want to know. She had a bad past. Fair enough, like, you know. But DUD or SPUD's supposed to be comedic, you know what I mean? So...
This one with the head cut off.
We found a body, the guy with his head cut off. What about the teacher? Not mentioned that, and the other killer. Don't worry about them ones, right? And we found a body with a head cut off. It was in there, right? That's how they... So they said they found a body with a head cut off. I thought that was a flashback to how they found it. And how Uncle Sam shoved her head in there. So that happened at the time he told them. So if they already found the body with a head cut off, how is the head being taken back off the police in the grill for the woman to die?
What?
So this guy's going, yeah, don't worry about someone being murdered here. Don't want to disappoint the people and everyone leaving, so... What? Why is someone getting hooked up like that? What the fuck?
A few moments later.
Oh, wait there. The way he was getting strapped up, he was clearly like that. And now he's like that? What the fuck? Alright.
Gotcha.
Ah, look at this. He's got fireworks all attached to him and shit. Alright. And they're like sparklers, so how does you turn on electricity, turn them on when it just... That part makes sense, but he's got sparklers attached to him, so how is like electricity turn them on? You gotta light them.
Well, duh.
Ah, look at that, it's blatantly a doll. And then it's gone back to close-up shots of him when he goes from being a fucking doll with his head on fire. Alright. Alright, fine, whatever. And now he stabbed the cop who fell down. So where was he doing all the circuits to just appear there? Well, so earlier they showed he could transport, I guess, whatever.
Alright, son. I'm gonna put your mother in the car and I'll be right back.
Ah, sorry, son, I'm gonna fucking leave you to it. What the fuck? She can walk. Why don't you take the kids? What the fuck?
He talked to me.
He talked to me. He won't hurt us. We're fine. Just let them all fucking die.
I've got to take her to emergency. You do that now so your boy gets home.
I gotta take my wife to emergency. What's wrong with her? You just take my kid. What's wrong with her?
I don't know.
They just left the blind kid in a wheelchair on his own outside. Why? Why have you done this?
That's the sergeant.
So the sergeant's body's in there instead, alright?
We came by to pay our respect.
Why are you not telling her that there's a dead person? You can go, look, come in a coffin, it's a dead person there, clarify our story. Why are you, like, not telling her? So he rang the police and hung up because he saw a mask rather than just going, keep my guard until they answer. Alright.
Pathetic.
There you go, he's taking a mask off. Look how much better he looks now, like. I get there's a budget, but when you can do that, why don't you just, like, film, like, a weekend of pure carnage? You'd have more than enough footage to make an hour-and-a-half film. And then add your little bits in here and there. You've done the opposite by the sounds of it. Ah, he just comes flying through. Alright. Ah, she just shot him, go on.
Come on, let's get out of here. I need you to go right outside. Make sure she's okay.
What? They just fucked off and left the kid there?
What the fuck? Volunteering.
He goes, I want to be like you. You gotta be dead first. Are you volunteering? AKA, do you want me to kill you? Even though he said he don't kill me and I'm only alive because of him? What the fuck is the whole point of this then? So he's attaching a cannon now.
I was proud of you.
Okay. Again, he just left the kid in a wheelchair on his own. He just turned up, he's there. It's like, you know, he's vulnerable. We'll leave him on his fucking own. Very patriotic. So they're just waiting for him to walk out the door to shoot him with a cannon, even though bullets did fuck all. Let's see how this goes. And now he's like, come on, I want to show him that I'm not scared, so come out with me. What the fuck? Like, what is the message of this film? Or the idea? Like, what?
I'm not a pedo, and if I was, you'd be safe, you tubby little ginger cunt.
If I were Jody there.
He'll get out of the way.
I can't fight with the kid there, and the other kid goes, don't worry, he'll dodge it. He's played Max Payne enough, mate.
Is that boy done gone nuts?
Light it.
Ah, the kid's like lighting. He's listening to the kid, even though he's like, I don't want to shoot with the kid there. Oh, okay.
We belong together.
We belong together. Blah, blah, blah. All this shit. Yeah, he's tricking him. He got, and he turned into a doll. How does that happen from a cannonball when he shot it? So you tell me you're shooting at earlier in the middle of loads of people, and that's happened as a result of it. And oh, fine, whatever, you know, whatever. He's come back out. Well, he's already burned, so it's not going to make much difference, is it? So what are they going to do again? Shoot him with yet another cannonball? Is that the idea?
Bet your ass.
So another cannonball hit him. He's flown in the house and blown up. Is that like... Yes! Oh, he did make direct contact that time, but I guess, is that the thing? You have to hit him directly with a cannonball to kill him? Alright. Okay, so that was Uncle Sam from 1996. Nice one, not PNG, for the suggestion of the movie. Said I was going to cover it, but since you recommended it, get to it sooner. So with this one, like a few thoughts on it. First thing I'm going to say, it was labelled as a comedy horror. It takes literally about 45 minutes till they start going, you know, fuck this, let's start being more comedic. It's more subtle, the comedy elements up until that point, but when the guy's perving on a woman from that point on, they just go, oh yeah, we're supposed to be a B-movie horror, comedy, not full-on comedy, but the odd little, like, just be self-aware with it. Seems like they got 2 directors involved. Maybe the one guy got credit, and they were like, mate, here's the deal, we'll pay you, you'll get the credit, but someone else coming on it, and they won't get the credit, and we'll pay them off. And I won't be surprised, you know what I mean? The other thing I got thoughts on this was a very patriotic vibe, but by the end, is it anti-patriotic? I don't fucking know, like, you know what I mean? Because it turns out that, you know, a lot of the main people who put on the events and the people who were important in charge, which I get is like corruption thing, but they're like on the side of the patriots, and Uncle Sam's killing them. So really, Uncle Sam's killing mostly bad people, although now and then he'll just randomly kill people who just, you know, don't deserve to die, little bullies here and there maybe, but it's a bit over the place with the messaging, right? So is it for or against? I don't know. If you know, if I can let me know, right, you know? It took a while to get into it, but honestly, like, the kid was funny as fuck. I found him based and, you know, generally quite funny and that, like, you know, he's got the mind frame of a 48-year-old guy. There's a, like, what was he, like 12, 13 or something in this kid? I thought that was quite funny, but the way they'd done it was quite good. And then when he started going, oh yeah, we're supposed to be a horror film about Uncle Sam, just put on a costume, you know, that takes a bit to get into and whatever. At that point on it starts becoming what I thought the whole film was going to be, you know what I mean? And then there's a lot of off-screen deaths. So I'm like, what the fuck? But then as it gets on, it's like, oh, right, you've actually shown a rubber head, but at least you've shown a decapitated head. I get it, they're keeping their budget. Another thing, when he's wearing the uniform, he looks better without it, like effects-wise. So they're like, shit, Uncle Sam film, you'll get him for that. And then at the end, he takes off the mask for no reason, just to say, fuck it, we got a weekend left to shoot in with this guy in the effects, let's use it. Yeah, that's pretty much what they've done with that. So although, like, it's a comedy horror, there's definitely, like, you know, deeper meanings in it. Being from the UK, I don't really have a sword in this battle when it comes to, like, you know, American patriarchy and all that sort of stuff, and I know it's very divided more so nowadays. This was a 96 film, so there's elements of that, and as I said, for a B-movie comedy horror, they play on that more than I thought. Like, you know what I mean? I thought it was just going to be quite dumb fun, which it is in a way, but whatever. All that aside, like, you know, the social messaging and that, it does become a B-movie horror, but it takes a while to get into it, you know what I mean? Which is, you know, the fact I'm kind of like a roller coaster with my thoughts on this perfectly describes it. It's on the line. I'll just give it a spud, right? It's, by all means, this is not a film I would say go out and watch. And when I was a kid, I think I remembered it being better, but I didn't understand the subcontext as a kid. I'd be like, oh, that guy got his head cut off. Oh, look, he looks like a demon. You know what I mean? Like, the kid thing, I probably wouldn't have noticed anything or found it amusing, but I do now, being older and stuff. He's the best part of it, like, you know what I mean? It was okay. That's all I'm going to say. It was okay. But the fact that I've seen so many shit films is why I'm saying it's okay. If you're not really into these films, you'd probably be like, oh, that's quite shit, wasn't it? Like, you know what I mean? Not going to argue with that, because I've seen so many shit films now. I'm just like, it's weren't bad compared to some of the shit I've seen, you know? But it was okay. That's all I can say. Like, you know what I mean? I can't really praise it, if I'm being honest. It just made it just because he was like, oh, you saved it about halfway through, and the kid in the beginning was quite cool. You know, plenty of dumb acting, but it's a B-movie horror. You know, loads of questions though as well. Like, you know, right at the end as well, when he's like, oh, he won't fuck with you because he's a kid. But then he's like, do you want to die? I want to be like you. I don't. And that was all kind of convoluted and dumb. It seemed a bit rushed at the end. But anyway, I was like, I'm happy for it to finish at the same time, which is why it just got that. You know what I mean? If you've seen this film, what did you think of it? Do you agree with me? Did you love the film? If you did, let me know why. Like, you know what I mean? If you think it's an absolute pile of shit and you're like, Mac, you're being too kind on it, let me know as well. Any movies to suggest for me to watch, let me know. Otherwise, thanks for joining. Until next time, peace out.
Maniacal Mac.